Well. A lackluster end to a lackluster season. I'm very happy that it's over, though, which is weird to say. How did you find the game, Bo? That smile on your face just tells it all, doesn't it?
What can I say? What can I say? The vibes are immaculate right now. I don't care that we didn't win. In the context of this season, 1-1 is actually a bloody good result against a high-flying Newcastle.
It is.
I'm so relieved. I'm ecstatic, excited, buzzing, a cock a hoop. I'm so
all of the adjectives.
all of the adjectives. I'm so happy that the season has finally come to a close. This has been an absolute gauntlet of terrible football, disappointment, depression, anger, anxiety. Everything. It has been historically bad, and I'm just so relieved that it's over, and we are, we're going into the summer. Hopefully,
fresh positivity,
exactly.
New manager,
exactly.
The owners might actually do something useful. You never know, the sort of positivity that we're going to get the players that we need, right? So, how did you find the game?
The game itself, I actually wasn't like the second half. I wasn't like so dialed in on. I was looking after the little one a bit. He was stirring a wee bit. But it was okay. We actually had some pretty good moments. We made some good chances actually. Madueke looked really nice, like some fantastic dribbling, going past players. It was just always as it has been all season, and really, in my eyes, personally, as it has been since probably Lampard was the manager, finishing.
Before that, bruv. I mean, we had the same problem when Potter was there. Just can't finish our dinner at all.
Sorry. I meant first Lampard.
Oh, sorry, from the first Lampard.
Yeah, back then.
Well, I don't know, man. Because
we had games.
Bad.
I don't know. I still feel like we had games where we made good chances and we didn't quite finish it, and I think our league finishes suffered because of that. But I don't want to think really too much about the game and like kind of what happened, because me and you, we don't really care, do we?
I'm not bothered, but it's just one of those no one was fighting for anything. It was just a game of football, and we was just switching off constantly. It was very sloppy all the way through. Losing possession with bad passes, bad tackles, just stuff that we shouldn't be doing. They were adding pressure to a non-pressure situation. It's not like we was getting relegated. It's not like we was getting promoted or whatever. Literally, the game meant nothing for both sides, and it looked like they were trying to make something to fight for when there was just nothing. So just have a game of footy, bruv.
Yeah, just enjoy yourselves.
It's like they were putting too much pressure on themselves to score, and you could see that from all of the shots. Gallagher, Felix, especially Lewis Hall with the open chance that Felix had, he didn't pass, and Lewis Hall has just tried to get a goal for himself. I know that he's striving for a goal, but just take it when it comes. It will happen. Just don't force it and then force us to lose the game because of your stupid actions of trying to be selfish. But it was the same for everyone. It was the same for bloody everyone. No one really had an outrageously good game. I think it was very box average all the way through, really. Only person, and I don't know if you agree, but with our leader of the pack, I think it's going to have to be Madueke instead of Sterling, because Sterling, he's all right. He scored the goal, very big deflection, but we take it as always. Again, but I think Madueke, for the leader of the pack, been putting in shifts through it, through and through with the last 4 or 5 games he's been involved in.
Yeah, he's been the bright spark, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely smashing it. Anything else you want to add on to the game?
No, I had to agree. Madueke, definitely the bright spark. Produced the most dangerous kind of situations. Had some lovely dribbling. Went past players nicely. I'm really excited for his future at our club.
I hope he stays.
And I'm sure he's on a massive contract. He's probably got like 7 years left of his contract.
Yeah, hopefully.
He's only 22. I think he's got all of the makings of a fantastic player. I'm buzzing to see how he develops. But yeah, no. Other than that, Raheem was okay. Lewis was good. I mean, if we can get rid of Cucurella this summer, let's do it and keep
please.
Lewis all because he's like 10 times as good. But everyone else kind of put in bog standard performances. It was an okay game. Newcastle didn't really have to fight for much, did they?
No.
And they were just happy to also kind of play out a half decent game. So, yeah, it is what it is.
Can I just add? Right?
Yeah.
What's the been theme throughout the whole season? If someone hasn't scored a goal for their team, they score against us.
That is
true.
And
once again, Anthony Gordon.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Yeah,
it's first goal for Newcastle. I know, literally. Charity FC, they call us.
Absolute joke. Absolute charity FC, honestly. Ridiculous.
Obviously, really, though, the things we actually want to talk about are not really related to the game. They're more related to the club as a whole and where we go forward from here. Now, first thing I think to touch on, Mauricio Pochettino, I saw tweets and news this morning that he has been in London. He signed the paperwork. It is official. It will be announced within the next 48 hours. I kind of had a thought that they might do it like at the end of the game or
be nice. Like him just come on.
Yeah, that would be pretty sick, wouldn't it? Yeah,
I'm here, bitches.
Yeah, exactly.
What now?
But that didn't happen, unfortunately. But hopefully we will know for sure that has been confirmed and we'll have him as our manager for next season. So obviously, that was important. And then obviously a lot of our players. There's going to be
very emotional.
Yeah, definitely. There's going to be a huge squad rotation this summer.
Yeah,
and
it's well needed though.
It has, and it's been needed for years. Let me tell you, so many players in this squad have needed to go for years and haven't really deserved their spot in our squad.
Yeah, just carrying dead weight.
Yeah, exactly. If I just look through like the squad that we had today, in terms of the numbers, I mean, there are many who aren't playing because they're injured or whatever.
Yeah.
But people like Cesar, apparently that looks like that will be his last game. He still has a year left in his contract.
Yeah, the tifo saying, we'll just call you a legend.
Exactly. Well deserved.
I mean, probably one of the, or if not the best right back the Premier League's ever seen.
He has some highs. He has some massive highs, definitely, and some amazing seasons. And funny enough, his best season was probably at left back when he was Mourinho that season, and he kept bloody Felipe Luis out of the team. But Cesar could go. Ruben looks like he's going to go. He was cheered off at the end when he got subbed off. He was cheered off massively. All the fans were saying Ruben,
which is weird, to be honest. Because
I think that would be a real miss.
He's not great.
No,
he's all right.
But he has his moments. But he's a proper Premier League player. Like he's big, he's powerful, he runs well, he passes well, he's technically assured. He's actually a decent
bad
finisher.
Games though.
Of course he does. He does, and that's why that's why his career has never really hit the heights that we might want it to.
Well, it was 2019 when he had that injury.
I know,
in a friendly, actually.
I know, a post-season friendly on the worst pitch.
Actually,
on the
I think wasn't it during the season?
No, it was post-season. I think it was
post-season?
I think it was like. It might have been a weird thing because we weren't in the FA Cup final. No. It might have been a weird. Did he play in the Europa League final? I can't remember.
Like Luton or something.
Yeah.
Which well done to Luton, by the way.
GG to them. GG to them.
But ever since that injury, he's never been the same.
No, not quite. Conor Gallagher apparently could go as well.
Yeah, emotional. He's a really good player, though. I don't think he should.
No, he seems decent. If I now jump to the suspense, obviously that's Joao Felix's last game. He will go back to Atletico now from the loan. There's no guarantees he'll come back. Kovacic also could be out the door.
Good.
There's been whispers about him for years, about him not really being happy and he kind of wants a new challenge. Fair enough. Pulisic, obviously, get in the bin where you belong. You can go. I don't care. You're god awful. Edouard Mendy could leave. Hakim Ziyech obviously will leave. Mason Mount, apparently, I saw tweets of him going down the tunnel looking quite emotional. N'Golo Conte still hasn't signed officially his extension.
You know what? I'm sorry, right? Mason Mount going down the tunnel, all emotional and that, playing bloody, what's it called? I don't know what it's whatever I was just going to say.
Tiny violin.
Yeah, exactly. Tiny violin, right? Because it's your fault. It's your fault. If you don't want to leave, you don't have to leave. You can sign a contract for £1. Like, the only reason you're leaving or potentially leaving is yourself and your greed for the contract. If you just wanted to stay at Chelsea for the rest of your life, you can. You can.
Yeah,
You're that
yeah,
player. You are
yeah,
that guy. But you're greedy and you want some stupid astronomical amount to stay because the other boys are getting some like good money. And it's like, why don't you just sign the exact same contract as Chilwell? Like, if
yeah.
you want to stay, you can stay. So I have no fucking sympathy for that shit.
No, I kind of feel that way as well. I think it will be a mistake for him to go, but
Yeah,
then but then again, there are limits to how
yeah.
much that you're willing to offer,
I mean, if he's
and
acting like this, then maybe not.
yeah, I mean, I like Mount. I like what he brings to the team,
Yeah,
but
same.
I do also think
We
my
got to keep
favorite.
our integrity.
Yeah, and my favorable feelings towards him now is probably more based on the fact he hasn't been in the squad for so long. I've kind
Yeah,
of remembering all the good stuff, but there have been many games, many occasions where Mount has had good opportunities to do good things on the pitch and he fluffs it, and I get really
yeah,
frustrated. He's not the finished article. I don't think he's as good as some people make him out to be. So, like any player, we've had and sold and bought and transferred and lost many amazing players
yeah,
over the years.
yeah,
And that's just the way that football is. And they come and they go. The only thing that concerns me a bit is that potentially we could be losing a raft of,
Alan.
an academy talent that
Yeah,
we have done an amazing job of propagating and getting into the first team setup where
yeah.
they belong to be because they've shown they're good enough. Players like Shaloba and stuff like that, because apparently he could go as well.
Oh my god.
So you think about that. If the list I read out, well, if it's Ruben, Mount, potentially Gallagher, and Shaloba, right there's four.
Yeah, already gone. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. Academy players who have done a really good job to fight their way into a first team setup and have displaced players that should be better than them and just
yeah.
aren't. So it's a really weird one. It's bittersweet in a way. I'm really quite nervous to see how the summer goes, but I'm also quite excited.
I'm excited. I am excited just for a freshen up, really.
Definitely.
Yeah,
I'm excited for Pochettino to get secured.
yeah. If Havertz doesn't get sold this summer window or let go, something's wrong. Because I've never seen a more lazy player in my life. He does
I think,
fuck all.
yeah, I think the next thing we should do on the channel is probably a buy, sell, and loan list.
Yeah, we will.
We should go through
will.
the whole squad, really try and evaluate to the best of our abilities
Yeah.
who we want to see and who we don't want to see, and then we can go through it with proper detail. I think that would be a really good thing for us.
Yeah,
just
definitely.
to get it out of our system and
if
really
you
be
want
able
to
to
see
reevaluate.
if you want to see that, please comment down below and
Comment,
tell
subscribe,
us, subscribe
like,
and that.
follow, everything that you can do.
Do it.
Just do it because we've been through a lot. We've started. When did we start?
We've been through a lot with you guys as well.
We have,
so we've been doing this 15, 16 weeks now, something like that.
Yeah.
Probably the worst time to start a Chelsea
Definitely the
news
worst time,
channel.
yeah.
But we done it and we stuck through it. We could have easily just binned it off because we was losing, but we stayed through it and endured the pain. But it is very, it's so refreshing just to like, I don't know, just speak your mind sort of thing. And I think having another opinion in the space, because there is a lot of Chelsea creators, but a lot of them, go off of each other's opinions, if that makes sense. Not calling anyone out or anything. I'm just saying, like, the whole sort of general consensus. So I do like to have my own opinion and just sort of rant about it anyway. So if you enjoy these rants,
yeah, stick around.
Stick around for more rants.
That'd be great. So I guess we call it there then for our last Premier League reaction of the season.
That is it. We are done. Absolutely done. I'm done and I'm done. Like it's just done. Oh my God. Thank God it's done. Jesus. Everybody just relax. Just
what a relief.
That's it.
What a relief. What a relief.
The worst season since I don't know, prehistoric times has ended. It's done. It's done.
Yeah.
So with that being said, we will probably get a video to you during the week about transfer players, and obviously we'll talk about it on the podcast and do a little news update, obviously on the Friday. So please look forward to that. And I think that's it. So as always, up the juice.